NuubCast.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another NuubCast. Oh, man. I hate it when I do this. And it's only because, you know, who wants to look at the same map 2 days in a row? You know what I mean? Kawi says, hope you're not going to rape me. I don't think so, because my boy, Butt Pirate, is not, well, maybe he is. I don't know. Anyway, this is Butt Pirate, a.k.a. Soul Steel, kicking it on the EU server against Kawi. And, yes, this is, as I just said, I will repeat myself, on the EU server. Butt Pirate is Soul Steel's EU account. EU East, I believe. There's an EU West, there's an EU East. East is the Russian bloc and all those cats over there. And obviously West would be your England, German, French side. So yeah, that's what's happening. So I got mapped hacked last game, Butt Pirate says. Blapping piece of blap hacker. That's not so good. Hate them hackers. Hate them. Anyway, in case you are curious, this is NuubCast. If you're new, welcome aboard. I'm Blamus. We are all about shining the light of esports where the sun don't shine. That's right, in the lower leagues. The lower leagues. We believe firmly that fun and interesting games can happen at any level. And you guys help me out in proving that time and time again. Little bit of an announcement. I have joined a network of amateur StarCraft casters. And we are just getting started. The ringleader is none other than Gary the Coconut. Huge shout outs to Gary for getting me involved. Definitely, if you haven't checked him out, he only does about one video a week, but usually fun games. I think he does a show called Battle of the Bronze or something, and something along those lines. And again, a focus on lower levels, which is obviously right up the alley of NuubCast. And he's gotten a network together to get the appropriate numbers necessary to actually maybe make some money. So I'm thrilled about that. I've been doing this for over 2 years now and haven't seen a dime. So it's exciting. My expectations are cautiously optimistic, as I think you should view anything of this nature. And I don't expect anything to change necessarily. You might see some content from me elsewhere. It'll be on the network website. You might see an intro or some videos from me here on NuubCast talking about the network. I haven't exactly worked out what is expected of me just yet, but kind of exciting news, and hopefully, again, even if we got like super sick CPM for our network, it doesn't, I get like 10,000 views a month, which does not really amount to very much money. But even if it's just a little bit, it would definitely help out in these difficult times, as you I'm sure are all feeling here in the US. Things are pretty tough economically, and any little bit helps, and it would actually help me to justify continuing to do this for Mrs. Blamus. And if I was able to show her even just a few bucks every once in a while, it'd be great. Anyway, so I'm really thankful to Gary the Coconut for bringing me on board, and hopefully this will be a continuation of a good working relationship, and hopefully it'll be freaking awesome. And really excited about and kind of high hopes for Heart of the Swarm. Hopefully more people will come back to StarCraft, come back to checking out VODs, and hopefully it's not all going to be Husky and Day 9 getting all the views this time. But you never know. Things looking tough for Butt Pirate here. As you can see, there is a large number of Marines heading across the field. Both players decided to get early expansions, but Cowie, with the ability to kite, is going to be... I'm surprised he's backing off at all. He could have charged in. He could have taken out that Stalker. Once he gets the Stalker, he can kite those Zealots all day. I'm actually very surprised that he backed off. And now Butt Pirate adding some gateways. And our Terran player adding a factory, going to be teching up, presumably, perhaps maybe getting some Hellions, or is he going to go right to Starport? I don't see Starport yet. I'm assuming he's going to be getting some... Nope, he did add a reactor. So he's going to be going for some Hellions. Or no, okay. Derp. It's the oldest build in the world, 111. He is going to get a Starport, then he's going to swap them. And then he's going to make some medevacs and try and trump them. I can't believe I made that song. No, I cannot believe it. It was super duper lame. And now I'll never get it back. Because, you know, internet has this thing, like being permanent. Oh, the Observer gets up. Are we going to see a scan? He's going to kill the Observer. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that this is a Masters level replay. I'm pretty sure Butt Pirate is Masters on the EU server. And now this Observer are going to get to see all the deliciousness that is his opponent's build. He's even going to see the reactor on the Starport, so he can expect to see those medevacs coming out in force. Factory going to get out and going to do its scouting best. And Butt Pirate want to break down these rocks so he can get his have some way to defend his third base. Colossus Tech up and running, and adding now Twilight Council. So we're going to see, presumably, Charge is going to be the first thing that he goes after, considering he's got far more Zealots than Stalkers. And with Charge and Colossus having the ability, he knows that that factory is out there, having seen it with his Observer. And you can see now 2 Observers on the field for Butt Pirate. He is a very effective way of having some map control. We don't see a lot of Protoss players getting multiple Observers on the field, but we're seeing that more and more just because of how valuable map vision is. And now the Stalkers having to come back. We see lots of sentries warped in here for Butt Pirate. It's going to have to cordon off this incoming army. There's only 1 medevac with this group, which means we see... Oh, he's going to go for the third. He's going to go for the third. Was fully expecting it to be. What's he going to do? Where is the force field going to fall? He wants to protect his base. There are 2 Colossus out. Oh, we do. We have a drop in the natural. Going to get quickly picked up after doing not a ton of damage. Oh, he does. Hey, 13 workers killed is nothing to sneeze at. And now he's going to sit back here and wait for another opportunity to go in and take out some more workers. And the factory is going to burn to death out here. I don't see any chance of it being able to come back. Oh, look at him. Dropping him over here. Can't be seen. Healing him up. Oh, he is seen. And here comes... He wants to stop that. Oh, he's just going to kill some more workers. More Zealots being warped in. Medevac goes down, and the Zealots are going to be able to clean up these last couple Marines. But again, another 10 workers killed. And a big mess for these probes to clean up. I wouldn't want to work there. After all that, look at this now. We've got a couple of Vikings in the fields. We've got a pair of medevacs and a big old Bioforce. Not much in the way of upgrades. They are 1-1, and No upgrades here for Butt Pirate as of yet. About to finish, though. So both players will be 1-1 before any engagement occurs. We have 4 Vikings now joining the field. 3 Colossus here for Butt Pirate. Is he splitting? No, he is not. He's going to try and pick off some of these Colossus, though. And nice force fields by Butt Pirate, literally cleaving that army in half. And not able to take out any of these Colossus as of yet, though 2 are close to going down. There goes one. There goes a second. The third one, dealing a lot of damage. These sentries do not have energy, and now the entire ground force gone with the extra warping of the Stalkers. And now he can chase down these Vikings and Medvacs if he desires, but he's not going to. In fact, it looks like Cowie wants to turn right around and push again, but look at that. Butt Pirate getting a 4th base. After losing a vast majority of his army, he was able to push that back, but oh, look at adding a second Robo as well. Looks like he's going to go all in on the Colossus production and not switch over to Templar, which is what we often see at this point in the game. And what I'm curious about is, yeah, we do. Mobius Reactor is up. Ghosts far less effective against a Colossus army than obviously against a Templar army. So we're going to see, and we do have, oh, okay. Where did I'm totally missed the Templar archives. I actually looked for it. There it is. And Storm, now almost finished. So I'm going to eat my words. So we are going to have Templar. We are going to have Storm. We've already got a couple of Archons morphing. It looks like we're going to go both ways here. Really hard to build a Templar and Colossus army. Huge storms going down on this army. Wow, so much. And Cowie did not pull back at all. And he is going to lose this entire army. One Colossus does go down for Butt Pirate. Are we going to see Blink anytime soon? No. He's going to want to get it soon, though, so we can chase down some of these medevacs. 4th base down for Cowie also. And there's your Ghost Academy. Already has the +3 already down and nearly finished for Cowie. Already kicking it 2-2. And Butt Pirate only just now getting his 2-2 started and chrono boosting the booty out of it. And look at this, dropping a 5th base. Some serious macro happening here. I can't think that he knows about the 4th. No, he doesn't. But if he gets, I don't know if he wants to push out with this. He probably wants a couple more Templar. But obviously you can see this base. There's for having all of the, we have just now 4 ghosts about to be on the field, and these will be the first ghosts that will be joining in this battle. Are they going to get out here? We have 2 left to go. Where are they? Here's one. One storm down. Did I miss some EMPs? I might have missed an EMP. The Colossus doing damage, but quickly dies. Its extended thermal lance not completed. In fact, not even close. And Cowie takes a supply lead. I didn't see if there was any EMPs during that battle. I have to assume there were, because the Archons, when I looked, were very low on health. And Cowie now 2-3 and level 3 armor is nearly complete. 2-2 just now finishing up along with extended thermal lance. And we have more Colossus on the way for Butt Pirate. And he has established his 5th base. And if we take a look, Cowie doesn't know. He's got to know about this. Having seen that, he's got to assume that there's a base here, but he has no idea about this one. Oh, but there's the scan. So much for that. So now Butt Pirate needs to get over and find a way to defend. Now, when you start to get this spread out, and here's a very good idea from Butt Pirate, just dropping a pylon so he has some kind of advance warning as to when this army is going to be entering the space. And now he scans, sees Butt Pirate's army, and now he's got to back off. Oh, but there's the EMPs down on all the zealots, and Butt Pirate has to pull back. Way too much EMP. Zealots will die really fast without their shields. And now the Archons in the back with the Colossus able to do all kinds of damage, but there are a lot of medvacs here, but they're almost all without energy, and it looks like Butt Pirate is going to be able to clean this up, saving only one Archon and his 2 Colossus at the end of the day, and Cowie moves out with just a few units, able to save 1 Ghost though, which is definitely a bonus for him. But look at this, already reloaded, already back, a nice sized army already ready to go. Cowie does have a 10 supply lead. I want to take 1 second, check the income tab here just to check the harvester difference. Look at Butt Pirate with 100 probes against 83, which that tells you that the army supply is going to be considerably in Cowie's favor, and it's not considerably, just by about 15, but that 15 is pretty good, especially when you're talking about 3/3 ghosts and 6 of them. EMPs, several EMPs on these Archons are going to make them pretty obsolete, along with these Zealots, and more Zealots being warped in. Oh man, it's all going to come down to how Cowie's EMPs work. And look, we do have a drop here down at the 5th base. Butt Pirate able to pull out most of these drones, or sorry, probes. Going to lose a couple. But here's an engagement at the main, or in the middle of the field here at the main. I heard a lot of ghosts dying, which is never the sound you want to hear. And ghosts with energy dying in the field is not what you want. And now if he can kite these Colossus a little bit, he actually do some damage. Here come the Zealots he needs to protect these Colossus. Another EMP going down. At least I thought I saw one. I don't know where that ghost was. I saw an EMP on the Colossus though. And he has no armor. There you go. But Butt Pirate needs to get in here and clean this up before these guys take out this Nexus. Is he going to get it so quickly going down? Oh, he does get the Nexus. And he gets out of there with most of his drop. So that's a huge, huge bonus for Cowie. And look, we have Zealots coming in the back way. They want to check out down here, see if there's any expansions. He's got no idea about the 4th or the 5th of Cowie. And he's not scouting in the right place thus far, though. And we do have this rock split up, so he's got a long way around before he finds that other base. But we do have Stargates out for Butt Pirate, getting Void Ray. Interesting. Interesting choice. He does have a fleet beacon. Curious if we're going to see some kind of mothership play. Zealots found the base, doing some SCV damage, but not too much. And that time he lost all of the Marines in the drop. Didn't do too much damage. Big scans going down all over the place. It's going to see the fleet beacon. Makes you wonder what Butt Pirate's going to do. We've got Cowie is maxed. Butt Pirate nearly maxed. And there's a scan, and the Ghost's actually getting picked off there. Not the best way to go. I'm not sure what the Void Ray is doing in this army, but this is... Oh, look at that! Huge storms. But the Colossus left exposed and nothing to back up. And it looks like Cowie's going to take this battle. And... food supply literally even up here. But that means that Cowie does have an advantage, considering that Butt Pirate has a lot more workers. Again, let's check the worker supply. Army supply, again, up by about 15. And is there any energy in this Templar? There is not. So, oh my goodness, I'm surprised they have not sniped this guy already. There he goes. And these 3 ghosts dealing all kinds of damage here, getting kills galore. 5, 3, and 2, and because of those guys are going to have to get out of dodge, I would not go in there without an observer. I'm not sure why Butt Pirate is pressing here. What he should do is drop a Dark Shrine and go take care of this base and this base instead of trying to push the front like this. This is just it's unnecessary trading, and he's actually wasting a lot of gas units, particularly the Templar. But he is putting down a 6th base, which immediately gets scanned. So he's going to know about that, going to be able to drop on that at a moment's notice. We do have more Colossus en route. We have probes being transferred. I wonder where they're going to go. I got to assume they're going to come here. Another WhiteRa out. I don't understand the addition of the WhiteRas. They just die so fast, Marines. Look at this carrier. Carriers coming out on the field for Butt Pirate. And carriers I can understand quite a bit more than WhiteRas against Terran, because they can sit from behind and kind of kite. They couldn't always do this, but they can now. And there's the scan, and EMPs go down, getting all of the Templar forced immediately to transform into Archons. And if the Marines go down, the WhiteRa can be do very well against the Marauders, who obviously can't shoot up in the air. And there's a blink forward. WhiteRa actually able to do a considerable amount of damage in this instance. And there's some reinforcements here. What are we can see anything from the Ghost? No, down it goes. And Kiwi, Butt Pirate pushing now. And there's the EMP on the Stalkers this time, which is rare. And here comes some more Templar. He needs to watch where they go. And some Zealots up here doing apparently a lot of damage, or at least they were pulled off from doing damage. Butt Pirate mining nicely from this 6th base. It looks like economically he is doing very well. Let's just check that income tab very quickly. Look at the huge difference in income. Planetary Fortress is going down all over the place for Kawi. Now, he does have many orbitals, so he should be able to drop crazy mules. Look at, he's about to be mined out here. He's mined out everywhere. He needs these bases just to stay with it. He's got no money. Look at spending it as fast as it's coming in. He should be dropping mules here immediately. More carriers coming in for Butt Pirate, I think, and he is maxed, so I think the war of attrition, well, really it's just I think probably just a macro mistake on the part of Cowie. He just did not expand fast enough, and he just literally ran out of bases to mine. Who knew that in a PvZ that you were eventually going to need 5th, 6th, and 7th base, you know? And here comes another drop. No cannons anywhere, and this is going to be a double drop. So all the workers were pulled out of here. This Nexus is going to go down. There's no way to save it. And the question is, will he get over here in time to take this one out as well? He should just blink across here. Nice. Warping in some Zealots, and now the air unit's going to be able to take this down. And, man, Butt Pirate taking another base, putting his Nexus back up. And now the mothership is coming. So I think Butt Pirate is in a fairly commanding position here. However, Cowie may have just bought him enough time to get going on these bases. You can see he's dropped a lot of mules. He is mining at all these bases now. But exactly, Butt Pirate needs to get up there. He needs to see these bases. He's only seen one of them. And not only does he need to see them, he needs to be able to react to them. But I think what we're going to see here is the final engagement. Cowie sending out a single... Oh, I don't know if I'm going to gauge here. Depends on how the EMPs go. Big storms go down. One EMP does get off. The Templars immediately switching over. Cowie nicely separating his units, making sure that the Colossus can't all focus in one area. And he is actually forcing Butt Pirate to pull out here. Looks like he's going to take out the carrier as well. He got the Colossus. Carriers are expensive and take a long time to make. But there are plenty. Here is another carrier and plenty of Zealots. Stalkers blink to the side, letting the Zealot take all the damage. And another EMP. Where did that EMP even come from? That EMP actually whiffed, but all these Zealots already have all their shields down. And Carrier up here on its own with some Stalkers doing some damage, and now the army splits up. Butt Pirate looking to get into the production of his opponent, and now we've got more units coming in, all Stalkers, and that's pretty much what you do at the end of the game. Once you feel like you've got a decent advantage, you just take whatever you can make, usually Stalkers, because Terrans can lift their buildings. And then you go to work, and there is the GG. Wow, what an intense macro game this was. Unreal. Really nice game by both players. There was a good period of time there where I thought Cowie had it, and especially once he got these bases up and running, I was really concerned as to whether or not Butt Pirate was going to be able to come back and take it, but he pushed the right time, got the right engagement. Not enough ghosts in the house when he did his final little push, got into the production, and then there was pretty much not much else that could be done. Good game, guys. Thanks for the replay, as always. And, hey, keep climbing that ladder. See you next time.